Yeah, no, Arkle, you're right. There are times when you'll see like the little lines and they're telling you that both units will go attack the same unit, but you know that they both have melee range and there's only one square to attack. Like it's just a matter of like which one will try to hit you first and then what's gonna happen after. But I've also seen it where there's times where both units could have gone towards someone and they were saying, yes, I'm gonna go that way, then they don't.
Oh.
And it makes me wonder why. What
AI is
changed?
very strange, where they could clearly and easily attack someone who would definitely take damage, and they just choose not to. So I don't know if they're thinking in advance that, like, if they put themselves, like, let's say I bring her here in front of like 8 enemies. I wonder if the AI sometimes considers that I don't want to go over there, there's some shit over there. Or their AI breaks and they just don't want to.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
know.
like the AI wouldn't be that smart for the kind of gen of a video game. Now. Like, they're probably not smart enough to recognize, like, this is a trap. They're trying to do something. They probably just see, like, something to smash. I'll do big damage. Let's go.
And advanced words.
Yay! Oh, it's hoping speed.
Highly
Shit.
prioritizes.
Yeah, intelligent systems made advanced wars as well, yeah. So, alright, so now this is an issue. I cannot get to Klein over here, Mr. Bowman. See his little sprite there, he's holding a bow.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got bows, right? This swordman over here, what do you think his choice is going to be? Is he going to go for the guy with a bow? Or is he going to go for the chick on a wyvern with lances? Knowing what you know from triangles and counterattacking whatever now.
Yeah, the
Fire Emblem
bow,
tutorial.
The bow because he's not going to counterattack.
Very good. Probably he's going to go here. He's just going to attack him knowing he can't counter back. Be done with it. He may not go for a kill, he just knows that he can do damage to that guy. And he's got no vulneraries, he has no way of healing himself, so chances are he's probably going to go here. Now let's just check to make sure he survives. He's got 8 defense. He's got an attack of 18. So he'll be doing at least 10 damage. Correct? Now you would check his speed, just for funsies. He's got 12 speed there. He's got 9 con, and he's weighed down by his steel sword by 1. So he's technically sitting at 11 attack speed. While Klein is sitting at 13 with his iron bow of 5 weight. That doesn't weigh him down at all, because his con is higher than the weight of the weapon. Not all Fire Emblem games have con. Some games, even Fire Three Houses, the newest one, pre-engage, which is 13 days from now. Lasagna, that's right.
Lasagna.
So some games it would just be like, you see, like now Guinevere's going for the boss now because she's running out of targets to attack. Now I gotta worry about a Gren where her bloodlust is gonna take her. Oh, someone else spawned, you cheater!
Spawn.
At the top of the tower, I guess.
No,
Oh, he actually went for
why?
Milady for some reason.
Maybe a better
Enemy
hit
spawn
chance?
too.
It could have been a better hit chance on Milady versus Klein. I don't know. So in that case, weird decision from the AI there, but boss down.
Ha 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 ha.
Guinevere just there, just give it to me.
He just sees anybody nearby. He's like, I'm gonna kill you.
So now, even though she's berserked, I gotta heal her Gren. Luckily, my staff user has a long range healing magic. Alright. Alright. That's also the mechanic of this map. There's these javelins of light that just show up from who the hell knows where. So she's berserked for one more turn. Where is my healer? Over here. I gotta hope that's in range. It is not. So, now the trick goes... I didn't bring him. So, Gren has one more turn of berserk. If she's smart, she will go back and shoot at this guy. But, there's also this artillery magic. Actually, he doesn't have artillery magic, pardon me. Okay, good. But he's got silence, which is really annoying. So, if a Gren's smart, she'll go for this guy.
At a distance.
Yeah. And I gotta worry about this guy now over here too. So now it's crunch time. I gotta get moving and hope I can get to her before she decides to just die.
Something real stupid.
Yeah, because I am out of range of healing her. And I don't have my dancer to refresh the movement. So I gotta hope that maybe she'll retreat. Or perhaps she'll go back and heal. I don't know. I don't know if they'll do that. Probably not. So I gotta hope that she goes backwards and shoots at this guy. This guy's on a horsey. He can move relatively far. So that being said, I gotta hope that Egren moves basically here to attack that guy. Not here, or not anywhere in this evil red zone. So I have to hope she moves back one and
But not
kills
back
this
too
guy.
far to get into the range of the...
And
Maybe
not
back.
too far to get in range of this bishop, yeah. So she has 2 range with her bows, or 3 with a longbow. She's been using the steel bow this whole time, it seems. So I just have to hope that RNGesus tells me that she moves here. I'm out of range of heals.
Or somebody will miss.
So now I can pick up Saul over here. I can pick him up and drop him closer. But because that counts as an action, he's not able to act. However, but in order to do so, I may still do that anyway, just to bring him closer and hope for next turn. Which by that time, she'll already be cleansed. Of just, her bloodlust has ended. So regardless of the matter, we gotta get moving. And we gotta get moving badly. Quickly. And hope that Egren doesn't decide to be a stupid idiot.
I can't call her a stupid idiot. She's influenced berserk.
Of drugs, yeah.
Her bloodlust is unbelievable right now.
Because if Egren dies, I'm resetting. I don't even care.
That is one of the conditions that we've made for this.
Plus side, your pile has room for a lot more people.
Yes, it does.
That's not exactly the
It
goal.
sure does.
Considering the majority of those people died on the same stream.
So from the girl with the
Blue hair.
red outfit and the blue hair, all the way
right under the
until the guy with the messed up hair and the bad teeth. That was all one stream.
So essentially, the girl with the green hair at the very end, that was this stream. The guy next to her.
Oh,
all
she
the way
moved
to
in
the girl
range.
right
She
on
moved
top
in
of
range.
him.
She's gonna die. She's so dead if she gets hit. She's so dead. So she's got to dodge 10 damage.
A
And I
fun
put
little
Klein.
fact-
I don't know why I put Klein there. So that was a mistake.
Fun fact, so Lilina is the one with blue hair under the bed pile.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah.
And the guy underneath her, Gonzalez, she recruited him. Then she went ahead and died, which not the only reason, but one of the main reasons why I wanted him recruited is because they have a conversation that involves a flower, like a big softie.
Egren
And-
lives.
Because she died, couldn't have that conversation, but then within the same stream, he also died. And now they're like right up one above the other. I'm like, well, that's fitting, but R.I.P. That one probably was the most upsetting of the deaths, but that was a lot of people.
You're together.
That's right.
Best pals.
They can rip and pepperoni together.
They can trade flowers.
So Egren survived. The Cavalier decided to go towards an enemy that can counter. Stupid AI yet again. And I'm not going anywhere near that guy. So Saul, if you don't mind. Right, can you pick up? No, shit, I gotta wait another turn. Drop. Alright, so Egren is fine. She is unberserked. And just for extra safety, we're just gonna free heal herself. Egren is good. That wonderful lady back there above Brad being
That's
caressed
way
by
too
her
high. She's
by her Egren's
right-
Egren's bosom is caressing Brad's head. Brad, are you a bosom enjoyer? Okay, so now we're basically in the clear. This whole right side is a disaster, but
You have to wipe the overall.
no.
This is the win condition.
Get Roy to here. Almost every map in this game is a seize mission, so the Lord has to get to the throne. Guinevere is still berserked, but this is her last turn of that, and I'm pretty sure she'll be able to handle this guy. When do we tell Brad about True Hit? Arkle, you can do that. Oh, look at her, and she's so smart. So mages can attack in 1 to 2 range. Bow users can't without a certain weapon. So her berserked ass decided to go into melee range with the archer who can't counter.
Meanwhile, Grin's like, I'm gonna shoot you sideways, but I'm gonna put myself half of a different.
And,
My
listen,
hero's like,
and
no.
she's cleansed. I can breathe. I can fight. Go on, Grin. You did so good. My warp stupidity worked again.
Barely, but it did.
It did.
It was all up to Iron Jesus after that.
Yes, Guinevere. Our girl. That's this girl over here, Brad.
Yeah, and I'm like, really?
Alright, now we gotta worry about these guys. So, unfortunately. Fast for me, so, alright. Lady, get back here.
Here's the other fun part about this particular game. And I think Oh, there it is.
That's
Starting
all
with
for
this
you.
game-
That's all for you, Brad. Arco's explaining how
Ooh, okay.
hit rates work in this game.
Classes. Starting with this
Alright.
game.
No, I can read.
There you
It's
go.
just this in the way.
Yeah, I have to move it closer because you
Yeah.
mumblers.
What? I'm not mumbling.
You mumblecus.
Hit rate based on 2 RNG.
So when it's giving you the hit chance,
Of
or
like
even the
65, it might not be.
Yeah. I believe it's also the crit, right?
No, crit chance is crit chance.
Well, I mean, like the crit chance is calculated the same way, or is it just a hit chance?
Well, hit chance.
No, you're not understanding.
You're right.
Regardless.
Does that actually have many implications on?
Okay, so see, crit chance is 1 RN. So when you see the 7, that's the true number. But when you're seeing on the hit chance, it's like 96% or 96 hit chance. It's not 96. It lied. So it'll do the 2 randomly generated numbers, and then it'll take that average. So if out of those numbers, it's like, we hit or don't we hit?
Oh, speed. Yes, A rank bows. A?
So every
B.
game after
A.
FE6 to Awakening. So this is FE6. The one that we played before this was FE7, which was the first game, the first Fire Emblem game to come to America, which features, which is actually a prequel to. So it's the story of Roy's parents and Lilina's parents.
One
that
of
girl with the
Roy's
blue.
parents.
Well, that's arguable.
Well, it just isn't. It's
is.
just Roy's father.
But it could also be Ninian.
Maybe, maybe not. It's
Exactly,
never it's
so,
never confirmed.
Anyway, when I say Roy's parents, Lena would roll with Flower Friend. Her dad is Roy's father's best friend. So it's kind of like their story of them two
Vengeance.
and their friend Lindis. All before.
There you go, Arco or Brad. All you info. Whenever wants blood, she's not done.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap my brain about the math.
Just don't even try it. Just look at it as if it's below 50%. If you see a 43, it's probably less than 40. If it's above 50, it's probably 60. It's probably high.
I'm trying to think like mathematically why that would. So you throw 2 dice. Between one D100s.
And each of those ones, so each of those ones, let's say that a chance is 60%. This one will have a 60%, this one will have a 60%. You roll both, and then it's the average between. You only have 1 dice, 60 is 60. But if you have to figure out the average between that both have being the right one, two
Oh.
higher chances.
Eh.
Yeah, I think I I get it. So, like, let's say normally you had a 60% chance of hitting. You roll 1 dice, yeah, like your odds are
66.
even, yeah. But here, let's say you rolled a 65 and then
60.
yeah, like
Now it's all of a sudden it's
does.
not a 60.
yeah, it does skew it.
Honestly, all I need to do is get Roy up there.
So it is complicated based on anybody who started playing that was used to the 1 RN system. You're looking at it and all of a sudden they have these themes. On a second. These numbers seem a little bit different. All of a sudden, this isn't what we talked about. Like there was, which one was it?
Couldn't do that.
It works for enemies too, I guess. That 21 could very well be like a 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That 100 could very well be, you'd
Not
hope
100.
100. I've missed hundreds before. In Fire Emblem 2, I've missed a 100% chance. Oh, Guinevere's not done. Biden.
That one was based on a 1 RN system.
I still missed. Pew! Pew!
I think, was it that one where I kept saying, like, no, you got it backwards. Not a hit. That's not actually a hit. It's a mischance.
Yes, and you're...
So that was 100%
yes, but you're
mischance.
definitely proven wrong.
Saying it like, jokingly, but...
You... Oh.
And we'll keep in mind that those ones did not show a percent. It was...
Yeah, it was like a bar.
It was tickers,
that,
like little
filled.
tickers. But it's not like there were 10 of them, so you're like, ah, yes, 10, 20, 30. It's just like a bunch of ticks. Like, ah, yes, that looks like a... That's full, that's 100%. But if you are maybe at like 98%, it's not going to show full tick gone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that could have easily just been like, it was so small a percentage that it wouldn't show it. It's just telling you have a really good chance, but not an entirely thing.
Then 1 tackle miss.
Yep. Well, not even.
Yeah. Tackle's not.
At 95, yeah. And again, can you pick up Baby Roy? You can. Roy just hanging out in Agren's bosom. Okay, sir, I'm trying not to attack you, please. I'm like genuinely just trying to get Roy up there. And you just keep on it, you just keep attacking. You're like, I just wish you would stop. Like, just please cease. If Brad played Fire Emblem, I think Brad would be okay with Fire Emblem. You just gotta... Get it? Because, like, everyone's, like, it's all the same. It's the same formula. It's the same stuff. Like, once you play one, you'll know how to play all of them. It's just, everyone has, like, maybe a unique mechanic.
Mm.
Or not just a unique mechanic, but sometimes they'll have, based even on the enemies or the maps and things, they just have some particular with that you have to get used to. Like, Thracia had what they call Thracia trading.
Yeah, how they called it. Who was they? The community,
well,
called it. The
community we didn't know
it
anything about it. Right? Like, we didn't know anything about it, and they're like, ah, yes, you will learn about Thracia trading right now. And we're like, hey? So, one of the things that happened with Thracia that wasn't there before was the way in which, like, here you see how I can grab a thing from you, and then that's my action, and then another person can come and take it from me. And so essentially, let's say you're in a staircase like these ones. You're like, I somehow have to get this weapon that the person on the very back of the line has to the dude at the very front, or else they will die.
Yeah. And
you essentially do like a trade train.
Yeah.
Which wasn't a function that could be done before. It was like you could trade it once, and then it was kind of like you had to be like without action, and then I had to be without action, and then I could take it from you, and then that was kind of like it for both of us.
How to Fire Emblem, exactly. We're teaching baby
Crash
Brad
course.
on how to Fire Emblem.
But that's also not true for every single game. Somewhere like they introduced that, and then they took it away, and then they brought it back.
I haven't seen any bolts of light come this. Vulnerary for safety, but
I was gonna say joke though.
hybrid RN, woohoo!
Then
There's math, Brad. There you
Oh,
go.
Wow. Yeah, I never learned syntax because of
Huh?
Zelenko. Sine cos sine cos tan.
Like cosine and whatever.
Yeah, the wavy
Like
things.
like tangent and
Yeah,
whatever. And
yeah.
The thing that we learned in
Are
I think-
portable.
yeah.
math. Zinc finger.
Hello.
Joining-
Welcome.
But I do want to read that.
Yeah,
Does sound
read
interesting.
math because I don't.
That's right. Brett and I were
Oh,
supposed to
God.
learn that in the same class, and then I don't think either one of us were.
What was your reason for
I-
not learning?
Because I took three.
Why have you
took-
failed to learn?
I took 30-minute bathroom breaks every day, where I would just
That's
go
just the
for a
nature
walk.
of the portable class.
But it was also not for me. It was just that class. I always left
It
and I
was
went to the
terrible.
music room
Uh-oh.
30
Our
minutes.
teacher just doesn't
Uh-oh.
care. She just.
Bye.
All right, Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Thanks for hanging, brother.
Have a good night.
So now what this guy's gonna do, right? So he's got 20 attack. You'll probably go for Roy, who's got 6 resistance. 20 minus
Oh, God.
6, 14.
I'm already reading these numbers. I can't pay attention to these.
More
numbers.
math. Okay, you read the
Oh,
math. You read the
God.
math formula.
Below 50.
Oh
plain
god.
Single below 50.
Oh,
is
silence,
a
okay,
random
good.
number. Then puts it. Jesus, why? Below 50 is just a straight number. The other one is throwing pi in there, throwing X. Is throwing...
What is that math? Hello?
So it literally,
hell?
so essentially below
Seriously?
50, so if it's below 50, it'll literally just give you
Jesus.
Here's your hit
flat
chance,
hit
yeah.
chance. Like this is a 20% hit chance. It is literally a 20. But if you're like, I have an 85% hit chance, and it'll be like, or it could be a 3. It could be a 3.
So that's in Shadows of Valentia and Fates, which is Corin's game.
No, that's Awakening and Faith.
It just literally said SOV and Fates.
Oh, what it said?
So Archhold, what is
Fates
X,
and Echoes.
what does so I
Oh,
guess
my bad.
Y obviously equals hit chance. What does X mean?
Well, that's the thing.
Why are there so many variables?
And that's Corin's game. Good job, Corin. You must be good at math.
Y is obviously the
We did
your
it.
hit chance.
Yeah.
Yay. And then you have X plus X.
Yeah, like what does X stand for?
It rolls a random number and puts. So,
Oh,
so
okay.
X is
the
probably what you
RNG,
rolled.
Yeah.
so X. So essentially, let's say that it was a
50.
60 plus 60, and then it's -2 divided by 15 sine, and then
times
no,
X again.
no, not times. It's because that in
X.
brackets. So the first formula is the one in the smaller brackets. You have to do the number that you rolled by the power of something, by the power of pi, divided by 50, and then that gets multiplied by -2 divided by 15 sine, and all of that gets multiplied by the random number
Why?
divided by the random number. So you're telling me that?
It's not necessary.
No, that's plus. So essentially, you're doubling the random number first, and then multiplying it by.
Yeah, like this is nowhere near
Wow!
even.
Is
Like,
that
this not accurate.
necessary?
Yeah,
Corin,
okay, that's...
Corin, are you that good at math?
You know what? I'm actually that good at math that I still remember how to read those damn formulas. And with a calculator, I could do it, but I do not
Actually-
understand why do that.
Yeah. So I'm just
I'm
curious.
so
Like,
proud of me.
there's a website called like Worth Realm Alpha or something.
Uh-huh.
It's a math thing. So you can just plug in a formula just like that, and then it'll give you the answer. I'm curious. Like,
Well, no,
I'm gonna try that for just like 6. See if 60 is it anyway. But
you have a scientific.
No one knows how to use those except for
Yeah.
I
mathematicians.
do.
I don't want to plug in.
No,
Anything with sine.
no.
You,
And-
Brad would somehow find a way to recode his phone doing that on his calculator. That's
Good question.
freaking Corin's
Fi-
game, Brad.
financial. I
Fates,
imagine it's
Corin's
the
game does
finance.
that. Well, Corin Plushie, what are you doing? Lord Roy, I think we found the tome. So Douglas, is this it? Yes, it is. This is the glorious Ascension Aureola, Saint
Not
Elamine's
Aureola.
weapon. May we make use of it? The king said to take anything in the tower that may be of use. Saint Elamine Church backs us as well. And if any oppose our use of it, then I will negotiate. Thank you, Sir Douglas. Roy's our boy. Princess Guinevere must speak with you. So that's the girl that's not normally playable. But I had her patched in because I like the character. The attack on Burn will begin after you finish in Etruria. Did someone already tell you already? Or whatever it said?
You should voice her. You
No
took
thanks.
it from me.
You're doing math.
No, I was literally about to read it and you started talking.
You started mathing.
That was before she started talking.
My
I was
ears.
ready.
You weren't ready. You were mathing.
Not true.
Why do maths?
Shut up and read.
Why would one choose to do math?
That's what you're choosing to do. That brace your ears for that impact.
Son of a biscuit.
Brad apologized to everybody. Their ears exploded.
We have the New Year's.
No, I simply knew that it would come to this eventually. We cannot leave Bern unopposed any longer. I know it'll be painful to see your homeland invaded, but... Roy, I want you to have this. What is it? Bern's greatest treasure. The Fire Emblem.
Wow.
What? I can't believe this shit. Southern Bern lies a temple called the Shrine of Seals. Within it lies the Sword of Hartmut, founder of Bern. Is it a legendary weapon? Yes, the most powerful of them all, in fact. Made to slay the leader of the dragons in the Scouring. The Scouring, many years ago, was a continental war between humans and dragons. And humans used these legendary relic weapons of old to basically wipe out the dragons, and they were so powerful that they effectively warped the world. And then they sealed away all the Daggerons and yada yada yada. But now our main antagonist is on the...
You're welcome.
He's on the warpath of bringing the dragons back to the world to liberate the continent.
So 60% hit chance would actually be a 59.46.
So, like, just do 50 steps to get to the basically the same answer.
Yes, but try a different number. Let's see what
I
happens.
can do 90.
The Fire Emblem is a key to accessing it once more.
Accessing it. The key?
My brother, forcing the world into submission.
It's not picking up your voice.
My brother's forcing the world into submission by military might.
You don't have to shout. Okay. I cannot forgive him, no matter his reasons. All I must do is to stop him and defeat the dragons he commands.
90 doesn't change that much either. But it's still skewed.
But significantly.
Yeah,
That's a significant difference. A 90% is actually 88.8%.
I'll be remembered in infamy as a traitor to my nation. No! People resent me for the rest of my days. Roy, promise me this one thing. When we invade Bern, do not harm any civilians. I will not, I promise you.
I will not promise you. Is what he meant
Got
to say.
the Aureola! Send to Merlinus.
Based on that calculation, if you roll 100, that's actually 98.5.
Yep. So it's like... No, because that was on Gaiden, which is Fire Emblem 2, which did not use this. It
The remake of that game uses this formula, as well as Corin's game, Fates. Corin, you like math.
No, I don't.
Brad, plot! You want to read the plot, Brad? Read the plot for us from the beginning of chapter 17.
You have to say all the place names, because I'm not...
You can read.
Good luck.
Sound them out. Sound them out.
Okay, this is going to be like an English as a second language person speaking. And
why are people so incapable of reading?
Then they say like the English word and like...
I can read. I was able to read so good in kindergarten that I got made fun of because I could read.
Yes.
I was the only person in kindergarten, in my kindergarten classroom, that could read. I was reading to the class, not the teacher. I was reading to the class, and I got made fun of it.
That's fine.
You're telling me I don't read.
And meanwhile, you encounter words that you go, what's that word again?
I might not know definitions of words.
No, you pronounce them weird too. We all do that sometimes. English is my second
Blasphemy.
language.
Blasphemy.
Oh, please.
Read the plot, Brad.
After Roy captures.
Aquilea.
Why can't you say
Powers
that?
in.
Etruria.
Turn against the revolution.
Why can't you say these words?
Shh, we're reading.
Driven away from the palace.
Boom, boom. Rorts and Arcado.
Flee to.
The K.
Which remains under
Bern's.
control.
Yeah, you kidding me?
The K.
Lies in the center of the continent.
I'm gonna scream.
It is covered in plains. 4.
Burns.
Invasion. It was home to numerous nomadic clans.
Period.
He
Etrurian army.
joined the
Lycian army.
to form a united
I
force.
feel like I'm listening to like a phone like answering machine thing.
This is like
Press
the,
1 to listen to reception.
This is like the one-word stories.
Yeah. Decision is made for this army to head to war
Sakei.
with dual purpose. The first is to eliminate the remnants of revolution. Second is to begin an offensive against
Burn.
realizing that
Etrurian.
soldiers may not fight under the
Lycian.
banner.
Roy.
Formally decides to call his force the
Etrurian
You
army.
don't know how to say Roy?
or boy no
Roy.
is led to the division. It's to lead the division that will begin the offensive in
Sakei.
This is madness.
the people of
Sakei.
are wary of outsiders, which is challenge enough.
To be fair,
Oh,
Brad
my
needs
other
glasses.
queen.
But
Brunia.
one of
Burns.
3
Wyvern General.
Say words!
We're saying words.
Oh yeah, good. Now try that one.
have learned nothing. As the
Jute.
largest clan in
Sakei.
under her control. With the warriors of the
Jute.
and
Brunias.
elite troops in his way,
Roy.
knows it is unlikely that he will find any respite in foreign land.
Ellipses.
Dot.
See, Marcold's got it. Make a left. Turn at Sakei.
Sakei.
That was absurd.
But it made me think of when people in like foreign languages try to pronounce English words too, like Esceptico, American Express.
I mean, like the amount of
It's episode.
times when I heard the phrase "the epitome of blah blah blah," and the first time I came across a word written, I was like epitome.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's just a word.
Yeah.
You can at least try. That
like
was
preface. And
madness.
they're like, "Do
I'm
you
gonna
mean the
scream.
preface?" I'm like,
My favorite part was when she pronounced Roy for me.
"You're like, Roy."
Guys, our Guinevere's got Aureola. Woohoo! We did it. Remember? Okay, I showed you this character in Heroes. I was like, yo, check out her attack
Yeah,
animation. Whereas, like, the thing came down from the sky. And
Oh
there's
yeah.
just,
Yeah.
That's that weapon. And I wanted Guinevere in this game because of this. And she's going to find a cipher card of Guinevere of it.
Good
It
cards in that
hurts
deck.
my eyeballs. I'm not gonna
Take it
lie
out
to
of
you.
the sleeve. Anyway, folks, Brad, did you have fun?
Yes, very much so.
Learning how to
Did you learn how to
read
read?
That no, but I did learn some math, and that's all
again? Did
I
you
really
learn
came
that
here
you have
for.
a scientific later on
Yeah.
your phone?
So here's the thing, right? So this is one of the legendary weapons, okay? To get the true ending of this game, we need to go A, to all of the side chapters, and B, we need to have all of the legendary weapons
the cards?
intact. So they
Okay.
cannot be damaged. They have to at least have one durability left by the end of the game. We miss any of the weapons, or any of the side chapters, or just to have one that's broken, we just don't have it in our possession anymore, we don't get true ending.
Wow.
That's the other thing about Fire Emblem games is there are so many ways to go. In most of these games, there's not a one way to do it. And
Just for funsies, let's look at Aureola. Carry on.
and you will get not
Oh,
necessarily.
by the end of chapter 22, sorry. Skipping dialogue, because we're just going to look at Aureola do its work. Just for funsies, and then we're gonna end turn. And we're just gonna see it do its thing. Watch it just get shot by a ballista. Alright, we're gonna see the Game Boy Advance animation version of it. You ready? Here we go! This is what we've been waiting all game for!
Destruction.
Ignite!
Look at it, it's just raining little suns.
Oh man.
You thought it was gonna be a sprinkle, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then boom!
It's
Yay!
evaporated.
We saved the game. Woohoo! Brad, thanks for joining us for an episode of Binding Blade.
Thank you for the knowledge.
Yes, you've been informed. You're ready to play Fire Emblem.
Yep,
Absolutely.
relearned how to
Actually,
math.
Realistic is big.
I-
You like,
Yeah, I feel like I could start like,
Right
machine
away,
learning
you're
now.
good.
Yeah.
especially with like 3 houses, because you have it. You're able to play it.
Yeah.
And they-
Yeah.
And Engage coming out soon. Yeah.
Well, I'll probably get it before it comes out. So
No, you're not supposed to say that.